Am I live? Am I live, YouTube? I think I might be. I think I might be. Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a live reaction for the Independent Spirit Awards 2021 edition. It is 10 to 10 in the evening because I guess we're doing all of this on California time. Not super excited about that. This is usually the time of the evening when I turn all my screens off and read a book. But I guess tonight I'm live reacting to some awards with all of you fine people at home watching. So this is, I don't know if I want to call it a yearly tradition since this is the second year, but usually the Independent Spirit Awards are like that party that you have before the Oscars where everyone just gets to take a day off, just chill, hang out with their friends, and maybe win an award. But it's also an important time, an important moment to highlight films that were snubbed by the Oscars because, that happens all the time. Hello, Dory. Hello, Dr. David. Good to have you here. And so that's going to be something that we're going to be able to do tonight. We're just going to be able to hang out, chill out a bit, kind of kick off this whole Oscar weekend live stream number one of four leading up to the Oscars. And we're going to be able to talk about some of the films that have been ignored during this whole lead up to the Oscars because the Independent Spirit Awards exist and they want to highlight and they want to celebrate independent film. And I think that's just wonderful. And I will say I will need help from some of you watching out there because I have not seen all of the films that are nominated for Independent Spirit Awards. First Cow jumps out as a huge blind spot for me, and that makes me so very sad. If you've seen First Cow and you're watching right now, please let me know. So we are 8 minutes away from the beginning of the Independent Spirit Awards. And if you are watching in America, you can watch on IFC. If you are watching in Canada, you can watch on Hollywood Suite. And if you don't have Hollywood Suite on cable and you do have Amazon Prime, you can get the Hollywood Suite channel on Amazon Prime and watch the live channel there. Although I will say, I have been experiencing an interesting difficulty right now. Lost in Translation is playing on the channel that will be playing the Independent Spirit Awards next, but the sync on the audio is way off, and I don't know if it's like just an internet thing. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, hello, cat. If you notice that anything is shaking, it's because my cat is here. Yeah, there he is. You probably just heard him meow. Darius saying that he loved First Cow. That's good to know. I'm so nervous with the cat behind here. You're not chewing anything, are you? No? Just looking like a handsome cat, huh? That's what I expect. How long will the show last? I looked on the Hollywood Suite schedule. It appears that it's going to last for maybe a little over 2 hours, uh, which is not something I'm excited about, honestly. I'm okay staying up well past midnight on Sunday for the Oscars, but on the Thursday, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, we're looking at about 2 hours. You can see across the bottom of the screen that there's a whole lot of awards they're going to be handing out. I think there's 13 or 14 film awards, and then there's 4 TV awards, and then a bunch of other kind of highlighting up and coming talent awards. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Um, yeah. And I think also now that we're starting to get some people in here, I think this is the fastest we've ever gotten to like 10 concurrent viewers. So it's pretty great. I wanted to let you guys know that, well, a couple of things actually. For one, the official Cinemateq Oscar ballot is back and it's available. And there's a link to it in the description of this video. So you can get in there, fill out an Oscar ballot, and then Oscar evening, we can follow along and I'll be able to update everyone with how they're doing and who's winning and see who is the best at predicting the Oscars. Personally, I think it's probably going to be me, but I'm sure one of you out there is going to beat me because I have never actually won an Oscar pool. It's terrible. Um, Bunny Face, we can watch on Amazon Prime for free in Canada. Uh, Technically, yes. you can sign up for a 30-day free trial of Hollywood Suite, which is what I'm doing right now. And then you can just cancel your Hollywood Suite thing. And yeah, so you can watch it. You can watch it right now if you want to. You can watch it along with me. I am going to be playing the audio quietly underneath me once again. Of course, I'm not going to be showing the video. Isadora asking, where can I watch them if I'm in South America? Honestly, I have no idea. I've only seen information about where it's going to be on TV in America and Canada. Um, if I were you, I would check on YouTube to see if they're doing a live simulcast for the rest of the world, and potentially maybe somebody is doing a pirate stream of it. That was actually happening during the BAFTAs. I didn't realize it, but when after the BAFTA awards were finished, I went on YouTube and I was kind of just looking around, and I found someone who had just changed their channel name to like BAFTA Award Night or something like that, and had done a pirate live stream of the BAFTAs, and no one noticed. And for all I know, they're still there. Um, but yes. Oh my God, Dr. David, it's nearly 3 a.m. in the UK. What are you doing? What are you doing here? These aren't even important awards. Oh no, now Rocco's trying to stop me from watching them. Cat, why do you sabotage everything I try to do? Well, thank you for joining us, even though it's 3 a.m. where you are. It's insane. And to think that if you stay with us this entire time, it'll be 5 a.m. That's wild. Oh, also shout out to Miriam. She's in the chat right now. I'm actually on her Amazon Prime account right now, which is how I'm able to do this whole thing. So thank you, Miriam, for your help. The ballot should be linked in the description of this video. Also linked in the description is a Discord invite. That's right, Cinemateq now has a Discord. I set that up yesterday, and it's been going good so far, but it needs all of you in it. So please click the invite link. It's basically just going to be for the Cinemateq community. We can talk about like general movie stuff, movie news. I'm going to be posting movie trailers in a trailer channel for new stuff that pops up. The new Conjuring film, as an example, I posted that today. And also just like little forums where we can talk about stuff that we've seen and figure out maybe the next movie that we want to watch, you know? So there is a link in the description for that. And if you don't know what Discord is, it's basically a a chat app. I like to think of it as kind of like an MSN Messenger ICQ, but just on steroids, and basically made for like gaming and corporate type things. If you're in the corporate world and you use like Slack or Microsoft Teams, Discord is pretty much the exact same thing. So yeah, that's that. I think that's all the announcements. Oscar ballot linked in the description. Discord linked in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Excuse me, but I feel like a lot of you have. Man, it's wild. 16 people already watching. Remember when we were doing like night 2 of the BAFTAs? I don't even think we got up that high. Well, thank you, everyone, for showing up. And hello to everyone who's new. Please get in the chat if you're new. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Oh, I'm gonna take this opportunity to get the cat out of here. Rocco, messing everything up like you do. And yeah, let me know what movies you're really into this year. Yeah. Oh my God, Georgia, almost 4 a.m. here. My goodness, what are you doing up this late? Like, I appreciate you being here, but like, if I had a channel that I like to watch and they were doing a live stream that started at like 4 a.m., I'd be like, sorry, y'all. I'll catch you later. Yeah, this is a late one. Oh, Georgia coming from Italy. Right on, right on. Zed, thanks so much for doing this. I have no way to watch. I'll just hang out here. Sweet. That's the service that I like to provide. Place for everyone to hang out and just talk about movies and things like that. Let's see. What are my predictions for the Best Actress Oscar? So unpredictable. I do have an entire series on the channel right now that looks at each category in depth. And I'm also going to be doing a live stream on Saturday where I fill out my Oscar ballot and talk about each one of those things. But I will tell you that I think that Viola Davis is going to win Best Actress, but it's a very tight category. Okay, the Spirit Awards are starting. And I'm hoping that the sync is fixed, but it doesn't look like it is. God damn it. I might have to watch these quietly because having the audio not being synced to the video is going to be pretty terrible. Come on, internet. Dory, Q Vadis Ada was a movie that was super underrated. Yeah, I finished off. Oh, I guess that's another announcement I can make. I did finish watching every single one of the Oscar films yesterday with Better Days, and then the day before, I did watch Q Vadis Ada, and it's very good. What? Taking longer than expected to load. Getting to think that they don't want me to live react to these awards. Oh, Georgia, you just can't sleep. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I guess that's something that benefits a lot of streamers is just the prevalence of insomnia. David, are you referring to Q Vadis Ada? Or are you talking about Never Rarely Sometimes Always for Best Feature? Because I have to agree, Dory. I am right there with you. That's a film that deserved a hell of a lot more than it got, and it's actually the most nominated film tonight for the Independent Spirit Awards. So pretty excited. Pretty excited that that could end up doing a lot of good stuff. My thoughts on the Oscar awards filmed like a feature film. What do you mean? Is that what they did? Did they pre-film the Oscars and they're like cutting it together like it's a feature? And David, that's interesting that you're hearing that a lot of Oscar voters are into Quo Vadis Ada, because I'm pretty sure like I haven't put the video out for it yet, but another round is going to win. I think it's basically a lock. So like that would be a massive thing. Oh, it looks, what the hell is going on? This video is taking longer than expected to load. Do you want to continue waiting? Ooh, Soderbergh is directing it? Steven Soderbergh is directing the Academy Awards? Does that mean the whole thing's going to be done in like a yellow filter? I'm sorry, everybody, but it looks like for whatever reason my stream doesn't want to work. So I'm just going to try a couple of things here, maybe to try to force it. And if anybody want to look somewhere else on YouTube to see if someone's maybe doing a bit of a pirate stream of this that we can maybe go to if we need to, that would be helpful. The other possibility is that we all just listen to the last half of Wayne's World because that's on one of the other channels. Okay, there it is. Goodness. Give me a heart attack, why don't you? Okay. That's oh the all right, everybody. I'm going to be turning the audio off for this. I apologize. I know you probably wanted to listen to that, but the audio sync is just way off. I don't know why it's doing this, but I don't think reloading it is going to do any good. So right now they're just going through all the people who are going to be appearing, including like Lulu Wang, Renee Zellweger, cool. Adam Sandler is going to be here as well. Yeah, I kind of like this idea of the Oscar ceremony being filmed like that. Although I don't know, what does that mean as far as the reveal of who won? Like, how do they manage that? Like, is it all pre-filmed, or is Soderbergh doing it live and they're just using like cinema cameras or something like that? Or they're going to be just putting it in like a 185 or a 2.2 to 1 aspect ratio. I don't know. That'll be interesting. That'll be something to look out for, at least when we're doing the live reaction on Sunday for the Oscars, is keeping an eye on that and how they do it. So right now, the host of the Spirit Awards is on stage. I kind of like how they did the look of this, putting her. She's like standing right in the middle of where the seats would be. All right, so Zed saying the Oscars are going to be live but shot on film. Wild. David, I think you're maybe You're making a joke there when you're saying that Soderbergh might be shooting the whole thing on an iPhone. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, but I think for the Oscars they might go a little bit more high tech than that. It's good enough for that one movie he did, but probably not good enough for live broadcast television. Although honestly, you probably could. Yeah, I mean you could. I just don't know why you would. Uh, our host is wearing very high heels. I think I tried to wear heels once in my life just to see what it was like. I think I think that's something we need to throw. Just throw into the ocean. Nobody should have to wear high heels, everybody. Michael asking, anyone know how to watch this online? If you are in Canada, then and you have Amazon Prime, you can get a Hollywood Suite 30-day free trial and watch them on there like I am doing right now. Uh, as far as where you can watch them for free elsewhere, I have no idea. As I was saying before, when we were doing the BAFTA live stream, I found out after the fact that someone was doing a pirate stream on YouTube and it wasn't picked up. So it's possible that the same thing is happening right now. Also, there's a lot of people here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. If this is your very first time here, if you're new, please get in the chat. Let me know. Let me know who you are and what your favorite film was and what you're most excited about tonight. And since you're all here, I'll just let you all know major announcements for the channel. Our Oscar ballot is live. It's linked in the description. Fill it out. Come back for the Oscar live stream on Sunday, and we see which of us can predict the Oscars the best. And also, there is a brand new Cinemateq Discord community that you can join. The invite for that is also in the description of this live stream. Hello, Rocco. I also have a cat if you're new. He's right here. He's a little shy. Although he's seeming to get a little bit more adventurous. Oh, there he is. There he is, right there. We are still in the intro parts of this. Dory, I watched Better Days yesterday, and overall, my thoughts are very positive on that film. I felt that they tried to do a little bit too much with the ending. And I don't want to give it away because I gave spoilers last time we were live and I got admonished for that, so I'm going to remember. But I was really into Better Days up until like the 2/3 point. Like I thought it was the best foreign language film of that Oscar pool. But the ending to me kind of stumbled a bit. So I still think that that Another Round and Kyo Seda are the best of the foreign or the international films at the Oscars this year. Sarah, hello. I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome. Good to see you. Minari and Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always were probably my faves. Excellent films. Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. I've said it on a few live streams already, but I really just want to dedicate an entire video to that film and talk about the ways that like the male gaze is activated. All right, so we're doing something. Leslie Odom Jr. is on. So we're doing Best Supporting Female. We're doing the award for Best Supporting Female, everybody. I feel like I should probably move my mic. Pardon the mic noise as I move it off to the side so I can type stuff. Who am I predicting for the lead actress at the Oscars? Viola Davis is my prediction. I have a whole bunch of prediction videos on the channel. They're all 1-minute shorts. You can check those out if you want to see a lot of my other predictions. But yeah, I think it's going to go to Viola Davis. But I know that's a more controversial pick. I know that there's people here in the chat who really wanted to go to someone else. All right, so we've got Alexis, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, for Miss Juneteenth. We're going through the nominations for this award, so I'm just going to read those out. We've got Yuri Han for Minari. And as I'm reading these out, let me know who you think is going to win in the chat. Yuri Han was really good in this category. Valerie Maharfti for... I have these in like a whole other tab as well. Should keep them handy. Valerie Mahardy for French Exit. Talia Ryder for Never Rarely Sometimes Always. She played Skylar. She was excellent. I would actually be really happy if she won this, but I feel like Yun Jun is going to win this, just like she's going to win the Oscar. Nick, there's always vodka in here. The finest of moonshine is never far from my lips. And they just did the Yun Jun Yun one, and so now the award goes to who does it go to? Tell me, Leslie Odom Jr. Tell me, Yun Jun Yun. Man, this is so Yun Jun Yun. Good for her. Although I just want to let you all know that because I don't have audio on because of the sync issues, I have to read lips for the winner. So there is like a chance for a Moonlight La La Land type scenario. Although the stakes here are lot lower for me personally. Yeah, Yun Jin Yun getting love in the chat. Love to see it. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can go through this because I think I might have missed some of this chat stuff. So I talked about Better Days. Who's going to be the big winner tonight? Never, rarely, sometimes, always. Having the most nominations makes me think it might win, but I think Minari also has 6, and it's a higher profile film, so maybe that. When are you putting out your MTV Film and TV Awards prediction video? Well, Robert Moden, uh, when does that happen? Didn't that happen like months ago? Is it even part of award season when that happens? Hey, Catherine Hahn's coming on, and it's Maria Bakalova. Oh, best first feature. Are we doing? No, we're going to commercial, aren't we? Yes. Okay, we're at commercial. So it looks like we're doing best first feature next, which might as well just get to the. Might as well read out the nominees for that ahead of time. We have the 40-year-old version, which I heard was very good. I Carry You With Me, which I have not heard anything about. Sound of Metal, which is going to win because it's the highest profile movie in this category, and also it's incredibly good. 9 Days as well as nominated, and Miss Juneteenth. So that is what we will be looking at for best first feature in a few minutes. Going back to Rob's question about the MTV Film and Video Awards, is it actually part of award season? When did they happen? When would we do a video for that? Because maybe that would be fun. Maybe we could have our own little, happy fun time thing where we talk about like who's going to win best kiss. Like these are hard hitting facts that we need to get the answers for. Hard hitting questions we need to get the answers for. I just want you all to know that I had a brownie about an hour ago because I knew that I was going to need the sugar rush. So if I'm a bit more chipper than usual, that's the reason. It's because I'm eating excellent baked goods. But I am not, in fact, baked. I feel like I need to say that. Do I think that Carrie will win here? Nate, that is an interesting question. Because Viola Davis is also nominated here. And if Viola Davis is going to win tomorrow, or is going to win on Sunday, she's probably going to win tonight. But I don't know. Do the Independent Spirit Awards, they just go all crazy and give it to someone like Julia Garner or Sydney Flanagan for the assistant or Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, respectively? Because that was something I would love to see. Like just someone win who isn't nominated for an Oscar, right? But also if Carey Mulligan wins tonight, then maybe that puts her in the conversation for Best Actress, because then it gives us an idea of where at least part of the voting community is heading. What is this? I think we must be doing a commercial for something that's coming soon to IFC. Oh, The Big Chill. That's cool. Nate, you're a little bit scared. What are you a little bit scared about? There's nothing to be scared about except for the deadly pandemic that's ravaging the world. But yeah, I think Carrie does have a chance of winning here. I would prefer to see someone who was not nominated for an Oscar win, though. It's like Dory's got 40-year-old version for Best First Feature, and 9 Days never dropped in America. It's crazy then that it could be nominated, you know? like the Independent Spirit Awards are still an American award, right? So the fact that they don't necessitate a film being released in America to nominate it, I find that to be a little strange. So the MTV Movie Awards happen in May. I mean, this channel needs content to keep going, right? So maybe we come back in May for the MTV Awards. I'm not opposed to it. David, do you think that this could be over for Carrie if she loses? Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. Uh, yeah, Yuri Han with a snub for sure. Playbuck saying they hope Sydney Flanagan wins for Never Rarely Sometimes Always. If that happens, then literally every Best Actress in all televised awards would be a different winner. Exciting times. Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at it. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. I like the way you're thinking. I think that if Sydney were nominated for the Oscar and other awards, she would have won. Well, I mean, Juan, that's kind of a. I mean, she had the opportunity to be nominated, right? So obviously the voting pool for the Oscars, or the voters for the Oscars, like didn't think that she deserved to be nominated. So I don't know how else to respond to that. Um, Interesting, yeah. If Frances McDormand wins here, then I'm predicting her for the Oscar. I honestly don't know the degree to which the Spirit Awards are good predictors for the Oscars. I know David has been in the comments for a lot of the prediction videos that I've been putting out, and has been talking about a lot of different things, like, if you win this and you win this and you have a chance of winning this, but no one's ever done this before. So maybe David can speak to that. I know I'm supposed to be the expert here, but not always, not always. And I think going back to the Spirit Awards, I believe we are back from a commercial, and it looks like they're doing a skit with Frances McDormand, uh, using footage from her from Nomadland, and someone pretending to be Owen Wilson. Good old Owen Wilson. E.K. Hampton, yo, yo. Thank you for showing up. Uh, Props to MTV. They have gender neutral categories. I did not know that, but I will say that over the last few days, I've been thinking about what a Cinemateq award show would look like, at least from the point of view of the awards. And I think gender neutral performance awards would be the way to go. And maybe we would expand the amount of nominees that could go into it. Because I think limiting to 5, if you're going to be covering all genders in one category, is a bit limiting. So something to think about, but that will be something for next year. It'll be something that we would do in the lead up to the Oscars. Maybe if the Independent Spirit Awards happen on a Saturday, then maybe we do the Cinemateq Awards on Friday, Independent Spirit Awards on Saturday, and then the Oscars on Sunday, and it's just a big old weekend where we're talking about film awards the entire time. Uh, Nate asking, how am I watching? I'm in Canada, so on Amazon Prime we can get a channel called Hollywood Suite, and basically I just got a 30-day free trial from it. Actually, using someone who's in the chat here, Miriam. Shout out to her for helping me out with this. But yeah, that's how I'm doing it. If you're in the States, it'll be on IFC. So I imagine you have to be subscribed to that channel to watch it online or to watch it on cable. And if you're not in Canada or the United States, I have no idea. None at all. Also, if anyone here is if you're looking on YouTube and you find a pirate stream, please do not post links to it in the chat. But, if you do find one and you just let us know about it, I mean, that's fine. So let's see. It looks like we're doing best first screenplay. All right. Best first screenplay. I also just realized that I needed to update the ticker at the bottom for best supporting female. I'm terrible at my job. Absolutely the worst. Why do you guys even put up with me? Okay, so Catherine Hahn is giving this. Oh, let's see. Best first screenplay. Best first screenplay. Oh, I know who I want to win this for sure. So I'll just read out the I'll just read out the nominees right now. We don't need to wait for the broadcast to do it. We're independent people. We have independent spirit. So best first screenplay, the nominees are The Assistant, written by Kitty Green, Lapsus, written by Noah Hutton, Miss Juneteenth, written by Channing Godfrey Peoples, Palm Springs, written by Andy Ciara, and Straight Up, written by James Sweeney. So get in the chat and let me know who you think is going to win. I'm picking The Assistant because, once again, that's a movie that needs some goddamn eyeballs on it. It's so good. Zed, right now we're doing best first screenplay. Let's see, we got people saying Palm Springs, The Assistant. Lots for Palm Springs. Man, lots for Palm Springs. Good God. Yeah, Rob, I'm trying to think of like what would be good categories to have, but also not sort of stray into the category or stray into the territory of like best popular film. Like I'm trying to think of what would be interesting categories that would kind of differentiate it and also speak to like the kind of the core values of what this channel is trying to be and trying to accomplish. So yeah, I'm still thinking on it. It's a year away. So, you know. All right, here we go. Announcing the winners. I'm gonna have to read Catherine Hahn's lips. Not something I mind doing. Okay, show me. I can't read that. Palm Springs. Palm Springs is your winner for best first screenplay. Shout out to everyone in the chat who thought Palm Springs was going to win. You just showed me the hell up. Although I have to say that I'm sad The Assistant did not win. And if you have not seen The Assistant, you must go do that immediately after we are done here. If you are not aware, The Assistant is a film that is loosely based off of Harvey Weinstein's. It's loosely based on Harvey Weinstein being a piece of shit and illustrates how he was able to maintain control for as long as he did, considering all the fucked up shit that he was doing the entire time that he was in charge of, you know, just doing whatever he does. It's an excellent film. The pace of it is slow. You have to keep with it, but it's very, very good. It's very good. Okay, yeah, I saw a lot of people here cheering for Palm Springs. My goodness. I really like Palm Springs. Oh, we're moving on to best first feature already. And it's Maria Bakalova. My goodness. All right, before she gets to the nominees, let's go through this a bit. Yeah, Promising a Woman not getting a best first screenplay nom is interesting, eh? Because it's obviously eligible with Carey Mulligan being nominated. So that's, yeah, it's wild. Palm Springs, the defining movie of the pandemic. Yeah, I think that's interesting. I also can't remember her name, but the lead actress in Palm Springs, I feel like we're getting to the point now where she's having her like breakout moment and she's going to be like real hot shit in the next year or so. Okay, I Carry You With Me. Best first feature. That's what we're doing right now. Also nominated is The 40-Year-Old Version, Sound of Metal, 9 Days, and Miss Juneteenth. So, chat, tell me how hard Sound of Metal is going to win this award, because Sound of Metal is going to win this award so hard. But if you think something else is going to win, please let me know. And say it quick, because these nominations are coming fast and furious. Nate, I like your enthusiasm. I like your enthusiasm. It's like the punctuation is just the hard hard guitars and the drums that made that lead character deaf. I've said this before as well, but like there is just something about Sound of Metal that really resonates with me because I played in a metal band when I was in high school and I've been to like a bunch of metal concerts and it kind of fucked up my hearing. I have tinnitus, so that lovely sound that goes on and on forever, that high pitched whine never goes away. Not as bad as how that guy had it, obviously. And here we go. Sound of Metal, Maria Bakalova. Thank you. Thank you. Sound of Metal for the win. Oh, I'm pumped about that. That actually makes me happy. Like I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I just want to see movies that I both love and that I think are objectively very good do well. You know, I just want them to succeed on whatever level they are able to. So this makes me super happy. Miriam's into it. Nate's into it. Looks like David and Juan and Sarah and EK. God, everyone was going Sound of Metal. You guys have good taste on that one category in particular. And obviously good taste overall, which is why you're here right now. I'm kind of hoping that they do the awards kind of quickly. I think we've only done 3 and we're already like half an hour into this thing, which means we're probably going to go at like a breakneck speed. By the way, while we're kind of just going through this, what category is next? I have no idea. The Independent Spirit Awards does not give me a heads up beforehand on what they're doing, but yeah, good taste in tinnitus. That's the name of my future punk band that will destroy the rest of my hearing. Da, da, da. Yeah, EK, I know what you mean when you're saying that about Sound of Metal. Like, of course, it's going to win. But you know, Independent Spirit Awards, they're independent. They got spirit. They might do something a little bit out of left field. Uh, Riz could definitely win actor here. I mean, I don't think so personally, and mostly because Chadwick Boseman is nominated. That being said, this could tell us about what's going to happen at the Oscars. Like this is something I talked about in the prediction video that I made, where when Sir Anthony Hopkins won the BAFTA, it kind of muddied the waters a little bit for me because I thought Chadwick Boseman was just going to run through everything and win everything, and then he didn't because he didn't win the BAFTA. So, ooh, Laura Dern's going to be doing something sweet. Ooh, and Kate Blanchett is there too. When I say there, they're all doing like pre-recorded stuff. But we're going back to commercial. So just to finish that thought, if Riz Ahmed wins here, cool. I'm super into that. I would love it if that were to happen. But Chadwick Boseman losing would be the bigger story between those two because then it's 2 somewhat notable awards that he has lost in a row. And so then we kind of have to think that maybe Anthony Hopkins wins the Oscar. Oh, Miriam's saying that Anthony Hopkins is definitely winning the Oscar. That's a bold prediction. We'll have to see. But he is really good in that movie. Ah, but I want Boseman to win. I want Boseman to have one. Yeah, David, you're right. Anthony Hopkins is not nominated for this one, for the Independent Spirit Award, but I'm just talking about if Chadwick Boseman were to lose this one as well, if it were to Riz Ahmed or to even like Stephen Yun for Minari, that would just show us that he's not as strong as we thought he was. Even though he won the SAG award, which I think is a fairly good predictor. If he doesn't win the BAFTA, he doesn't win the Spirit Award. It means it's not as unanimous as I thought it was. That's more of what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I think Zed's kind of echoes that here when he says if Chadwick loses here, he could lose the Oscar. I think that's a lot more succinct than what I was saying. It's a nag, not a prediction. Well, why you got to be doing a nag then? Um, yeah, Nate kind of is doing this as well, saying that it could totally be an Olivia Colman situation, though. Um, yeah, although really, in some ways, it's more an Olivia Colman situation if Chadwick does win, because everyone thought that Glenn Close was going to win and didn't. So if everyone thinks that Anthony Hopkins is going to win, and then like the younger actor wins it, then that's a thing. Uh, yeah, Juan, you're right. If Riz Ahmed wins tonight, it will make the Oscar race a bit more interesting. Although I will continue to pick Chadwick Boseman until the very end. He's my guy until he's not. The father's late surge this season is definitely an advantage, but giving Boseman the Oscar feels like the right decision. But both performances are great. Yeah, once again, I think that's the main thing we need to take away from this. I was honestly surprised by how good Anthony Hopkins was going into the film, not really knowing anything about it, and then just kind of experiencing it as it was going along. I kind of at first just thought, oh yeah, Anthony Hopkins is going to play an old guy because he is an old guy. But what he's able to do in that role is pretty remarkable. And I still recommend everyone go see it. And it looks like Miriam is firmly on Team Riz. True. It's hard not to be on Team Riz. And I would love for him to win. Like, I would love for him to win. But I just think it's Boseman's year. And I guess that's kind of an interesting thing that I need to parse with everyone is that, like, I have my sentimental favorites, but then usually what I'm talking about on live streams like this and actually predicting the Oscars, I'm trying to have more of an authoritative opinion as to who I think is going to win as opposed to who I want to win. And I guess that's maybe something I need to say a bit more often. Just because I keep saying over and over and over again that like Chadwick Boseman is going to win, that doesn't mean I think he had the best performance, although his performance is very good. Nate, I agree. Viola Davis for the Oscar. Mitch saying no one is doing it, although I don't know in reference to what. Who is not doing it, and what is it? Amayea, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. By the way, anyone, if I mispronounce your name, just try to put your phonetic pronunciation in the chat, and I will do my very very best. Um, Major categories announced. You can see we have a ticker on the bottom, so everything that gets announced, I will put down there. But the ones we've had announced so far are Best Supporting Female, which was Yun Jun Jun, or Yun Yun Jun. Wait, I put that down wrong. Oh, Yun Yun Jun. Okay, I've just been pronouncing it wrong before now. Yun Yun Jun for Best Supporting Actress, Best First Screenplay for Palm Spring, and Best First Feature for Sound of Metal. And there are, of course, a lot of other ones. Oh, there's also one that I guess was uncontested or something like that. Best Ensemble Cast in a Scripted Television Series, which went to I May Destroy You. So there's that one as well. Are we back? Ooh, we're back. We've got our host on stage. They are promoting something called See Her at See Her Official. Oh, okay. One theory is that all the Oscar voters think Chadwick is going to win, and some are voting for Hopkins as if it makes no difference. It's how upsets happen. Yeah, it's how fucking Brexit happened too. So hopefully they're not that dumb. They're showing the the moment from last year when they did the Laura Dern song, which is incredible. All right, looks like we're doing Best Supporting Male, and Laura Dern is letting us know what's up. So the nominees for Best Supporting Male are Coleman Domingo for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Orion Lee for First Cow, Paul Rassi for Sound of Metal, Glenn Turman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Benedict Wong for 9 Days. I think it'd be super cool to see Paul Rassi win this award, honestly. And it's also kind of great to see two actors from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom be in this award as well. But yeah, let me know who you think in the chat, who you think is going to win. Looks like we're getting a lot of Paul Rassis already. I feel like we are one. We are one, you and I. You, me, and the chat. We are one entity now. We are the YouTube channel now. Yeah, looks like everyone's going for Paul Rassi. Playbook going as far as saying it's going to be Paul freaking Rassi. So, you know he's serious. Paul Rassi, Paul Rassi, Paul Rassi, Paul Rassi, Paul Rassi. Just Paul Rassi up and down. I saw like a sweet interview with him where he was just like chilling in a backyard, and I think he was wearing like a Judas Priest t-shirt or an Iron Maiden t-shirt, and he's just like tattooed up and down. So I feel like he's just kind of he's one of my favorite people all of a sudden. And while I'm waiting for this, actually I'll do that after this is announced. Benedict Wong, man. Oh, I thought Benedict Wong was someone else. I was thinking of BD Wong. Okay, here we go. Laura Dern, tell me who won it. Tell me who won it. Paul Rassi fam, did we do it? Did we do it? Did we will this into existence? Paul Rassi, everybody. There it is. Winner, winner. Vegan chicken dinner. Yo, look at this fucking guy. He's giving his award speech. He's signing it for one, which is sick. But he is in a leather jacket, and I am almost entirely sure that he is wearing a Venom shirt underneath. And if you don't know who Venom is, they are a pioneering heavy metal band who came up with the term black metal with their album and song Black Metal. And if you know me at all, you know that that is something that is very near and dear to my heart. So the fact that Paul Rassi just won for Sound of Metal and is wearing a Venom shirt underneath a what I hope is a faux leather jacket is just the dopest thing. And he's signing everything. God damn, this guy is awesome. We are not looking, don't be like that. Sorry, Kara, what is that in what is that in reference to? I want to make sure I'm giving a good experience for everyone as best as I can. So if there's something that I'm messing up here, let me know. But yeah, it looks like, man, yeah, Paul Rassi, everyone's just super excited right now. On the award, they're doing something with Promising Young Woman. Oh, it's a sketch. Okay. Miriam, are you saying that I am the coolest metalhead or that Paul Rassi is the coolest metalhead? Because Paul Rassi outcools me any day, any day. Excuse me, any day of the week, and I'm okay admitting that. Oh, Kara, it's just a joke. All right, cool. I like the humor. I like the humor. I laugh occasionally. What is the Promising Young Woman sketch? It's from the early bar scene where she is passed out with the makeup smeared over here, and but it's not Carrie Mulligan, it's someone else. And then there's a janitor coming up and like sweeping, and like he's got a COVID mask on, and I honestly can't say anything beyond that because I don't know. Best supporting male. Man, I better put Paul Rassi down here or the chat riots on me. See, yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm a pretty cool metalhead, I gotta say. Thank you for saying it out loud, though. I like it. Te amo que Blanchett. See, I hope I just pulled that off. The false confidence to say something in a foreign language and respond to it. But Celine, thank you for coming and joining us. Lovely to have you here. Oh, David, if you're referring to Promising Young Woman, I'm talking about something that was very early on in the. It's in the trailers. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything. You can leave your headphones on. It's safe. This is a safe place. Oh, I think we're doing best documentary feature now because they just showed me a scene from Collective, which, by the way, is excellent. And I tweeted about this while I was watching it. Uh, Crip Camp is also nominated. In Collective, they show the fire that rips through the concert venue, and it's like the scariest fucking thing that I've ever seen. Like, and this is what I meant in this tweet when I said like you can watch 1,000 movies, 1,000 horror movies, and not see anything as scary as what they show at the beginning of Collective. It is terrifying. If you've ever been in a concert venue, you know how cramped they are. And it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to run through these best documentary quickly. So it's Collective, Crip Camp, Dick Johnson is Dead, The Mole Agent, and Time. I assume Time wins this, but I'd be super happy if Collective won. So let's see. Give me chat. Let me know who you think is going to win. I didn't give you guys enough heads up, and I apologize. But I think it's going to be Time. Here we go. Here we go. Crip Camp. Oh, interesting. Okay. Crip Camp is the winner. Already my Oscar ballot is starting to fall apart in my mind. Ugh. Although Crip Camp is good. As long as my octopus teacher doesn't win, I am a happy man. Fun fact about me, I hate self-indulgent documentaries. They they annoy me to no end. Yeah, Crip Camp was an Obama produced movie. And that's something I kind of mentioned in the video I made about my predictions, thinking back to I believe last year when American Factory won. It's also an Obama produced film. And so I was wondering if that would be what would put Crip Camp over the top. But everyone has My Octopus Teacher as the odds on favorite, like on goldderby.com, which I don't understand. Like out of all of the films and all of the subject matter, My Octopus Teacher is the least interesting. It's pretty because you get to see a lot of underwater stuff, but like we're what, a decade post Planet Earth? Like we've seen beautiful nature documentaries. It shouldn't win just because it's a beautiful nature documentary. Like if someone can explain to me in the chat why My Octopus Teacher is so beloved, cool. But it's the fifth best film in the category, and it's probably going to win, and that just annoys me to no end. Yeah, David knows what I'm talking about. No octopus. Hashtag no octopus. Let's get that trending. Collective. Hell yeah. Um, yeah, Dory, the mole agent was pretty cute. I think also with that film, a lot of the cuteness was derived after the fact. I think I'm willing to bet that they were thinking that they were going to get a lot of like very interesting and harrowing and potentially damning footage about this long-term care home. And when they didn't, they were like, okay, maybe we should try to turn this into a bit more of a of like a fun, quirky kind of spy movie. I think that's what they I think that's what they were going for. I think probably, but it was good. It was definitely better than My Octopus Teacher. Let's see. Yeah, we did have some people saying that Time was gonna win. I mean, now that it lost, I'm wondering how it's going to do with the Oscars and if maybe I should change my pick to Crip Camp. Documentary is a hard one to do, you know? It's not like they're, I guess, I think the Directors Guild Awards, they do a Best Director for Documentary Award. I just not sure how good of a predictor that is. Uh, duh, duh, duh. Going back to chat. So Zed, pretty happy about predicting Crip Camp. Oh, Zed saying My Octopus Teacher will still win. It had the PGA and the BAFTA and the ACE. Man, that's just so disappointing, though. It's just so disappointing, and it's so stupid to me that it won the ACE because it wasn't even the best looking documentary. Like once again, yeah, you went underwater, and maybe I'm just missing something fundamental about shooting underwater and getting it to look good. But I would argue that Time was much more interesting from a photographic standpoint. But no, maybe I'm a crazy fucking person. The only thing I've got wrong so far is for a screenplay. Some of these can be tough, you know. Something similar happened here in Argentina in a concert. It was heartbreaking to watch. Collective, yeah, collective is hard. It's difficult in that first bit, just seeing the different people and how they were able, like how they survive now and what their lives are like, and then just going through and seeing the abject corruption that has absolutely crippled the healthcare system in is it the Czech Republic? I can't remember the country it takes place in now. But yeah, it's heartbreaking, and also the nice little turn that they do in that movie, where it's about the journalist and it's about him trying to find the story, and then they kind of just introduce this new character of the new Minister of Health, and they kind of have their little back and forths and their moments together, and then suddenly Romania, thank you, David, and then all of a sudden you're watching a film about the Minister of Health, and you don't really notice the subject change until you're much further into it, and then you're like, oh wait, is this guy the main character? And then he ends up being the main character for like the last half of the film, and it's very subtle, and it's just really well done. I think actually something that was like pretty wild was when I was collecting the posters for that video, for the best documentary video. The poster, the first one that comes up for collective is just like, it just has the name at the bottom, and it's just like movie of the year, best documentary of the year, one of the best films ever, like bang, 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 and from like fairly notable publications like Rolling Stone and the whatnot. And then movie about a fucking octopus, guy falling in love with an octopus, does well. Jesus. And I guess maybe that speaks to my bias when it comes to documentaries. I do prefer uh, social critique over introspective documentary, certainly. But I do also really love documentaries that challenge the art form and the form itself of documentary, which was actually something that I found to be a lot more present in the short documentary category with the life of Latasha, the love for Latasha. Oh my god, I'm forgetting all the names now. I've seen far too many films. Nomadland is the best documentary of the year. I think the hot take that said Nomadland is essentially a documentary where they got a famous person in so people would actually care about it. I think that's a pretty accurate assessment. I think that was who was that? Honest Movie Trailers, I think. Their Oscar video, they had that take. All right, best screenplay, everybody. Best screenplay. This one is being given to us by Kamal Nagiani, who looks super ripped right now. Is he playing a superhero soon? Because it looks like he could. Best screenplay. So for this one, we've got Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, Eliza Hittman for Never Rarely Sometimes Always, Mike Makakowski, Makowiski for Bad Education, and Alice Wu for The Half of It. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. I assume it's going to be Promising Young Woman, as I've been saying that I think it's going to win best documentary, or best documentary, one of the best screenplay awards at the Oscars. So yeah, I assume it's going to be that. But let me know in the chat how you doing, how you feeling, where you think this is going to go. Seeing a lot of Promising Young Woman, EK or Eek, maybe, saying that this will easily go there. Oh, he's going to be in Eternals. That's fun. I'm looking forward to that movie. It's probably the first Marvel film I've been looking forward to in a while. The Eternals like 7-issue run that they did probably like what, 10 or 12 years ago. That was so good. Which film do you not like, Miriam? Promising Young Woman or The Eternals, the movie that you haven't seen? Or wait, did they do? No. Because the comic book for The Eternals is super cool. That's really the only reason. Uh what is ISTG? I don't even know what that stands for. All right, and the award goes to Promising Young Woman. Reading lips once again. All right, everyone. I think my camera is perhaps a tad too bright, so I'm just going to take this moment while Emerald Fennell reads her thing to turn down the brightness a little bit. There. There, that makes all the difference. I have fixed the internet. Okay. So we got, still got a good amount of people in here. We've been going around 40 viewers the whole time. I think this might actually be one of the best live streams we've ever done on this channel. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me and for chatting along and for experiencing these awards with me. If you're new here, please get in the chat. Let me know who you are, what your favorite film of the year was, and just a couple of housekeeping things. I'm going to be doing 3 more live streams over the weekend. Tomorrow, I think at 8 p.m., I'm going to be going online. I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the new Mortal Kombat film. Really excited about that. I'm calling it like my palate cleanser before we get back into the Oscars because I've just been inundated with like Oscar films and I need to just watch people fucking murder each other. Uh, and then Dory, yeah, yeah, exactly. And then on Saturday in the afternoon, probably around noon, I'm going to be doing a live stream just going through and filling out my Oscar ballot and talking about like my picks and why I'm going to be picking them that way. So it'd be a good time for all of us to just get together, hang out, and fill out that Oscar ballot if you haven't already, and just to chat, you know. And then of course Sunday, it's the Oscars, and I think the red carpet stuff, if there is going to be any red carpet stuff, starts at 6:30. I know that they're starting broadcasting at 6:30, so that's when I'm going to be on at 6:30, and then I believe the awards themselves start at 8 o'clock. So that's probably going to be about 4.5 or a 5 hour live stream. So please come back and hang out with me with that because there's no way I'm going to last 4.5 hours without all of you guys helping me. Playbook just subscribed. Oh, I'm sorry, Playbook. I missed your earlier thing when you said that we should collab together. And I think you were talking to me. I don't know if you were talking to anyone else in the chat. In what way? Tell me more. Miriam didn't like Promising Young Woman. That's cool. That's cool. I've been shitting on other Oscar movies this entire time, so it's okay for us to not like films. Nate saying Promising Young Woman was their favorite of the year. So glad that it's winning screenplay. Playbook's favorite film of the year was Mank. Big classic film junkie here. I will admit, Playbook, that as I was watching Mank, it was really scratching my film history itch. Like there were definite moments when things happened and I was like, oh, I know what that is. I know what they're referencing. And I kind of felt like I was in on the joke. Okay, so now everyone, we are doing the Robert Altman Award. And let me just see if I can find this quickly. The Robert Altman Award is something that is given to a film director, casting director, and ensemble cast. This is there are no nominations for it. It is being given to One Night in Miami. So I guess I can just go ahead and put that one down in the ticker. The Robert Altman Award is going to One Night in Miami. Oh, it's already in the ticker. Excellent. Excellent. Let's put it in caps so everyone knows that we're serious. Playbook, yeah, I'm down with that. I don't know how it would work, but I'm down for that. Dory, bringing up last year how I wore a suit for the Oscars. Maybe this old collar will get closed in and we'll add a few things and we'll do something similar for the Oscars this year. Let's have to wait and find out. What should I wear for Mortal Kombat though? I think that's the real question we need to be asking. I was thinking I was making the thumbnail for the Mortal Kombat thumbnail today, which was a lot of fun. And I was thinking about getting like a photo of myself in like a sleeveless shirt, like a white sleeveless shirt, and then doing like some kind of Kano thing on my eye. And then I just realized that I couldn't pull that off properly, so I didn't. Um, and if I had that clothing, I could potentially do that. But then I would also just kind of look like John McClane live reacting to Mortal Kombat, which would be fun. That would be fun too, right? And yeah, I guess also part of housekeeping, the things that we do here on YouTube when we have a chance to just speak quickly. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Uh, Largely, this channel has been growing based off of like live streams like this and reacting to award shows. But there's going to be a lot of different types of content coming out in the future. I'm primarily interested in video essays, but Rob also mentioned that he would like a live reaction to the MTV Movie Awards, so probably gonna have to do that. And really, I'm just focused on trying to build out like a really cool film community where we can talk about things beyond just like, what we like, but why we like them, or even just talk about films that maybe we didn't like, but we want to kind of understand why we didn't like them, and start and trying to parse that a bit more, getting a bit more into the weeds. That's kind of what I want to do on this channel. But yeah, other things about this weekend. In the description for this video, there are links. One is for the official Cinemateq Oscar ballot. You can fill that out. Uh, you can only fill it out once. I should mention that. And then I'll be keeping a live leaderboard going while we're watching the Oscars, so we can see kind of who's winning the Oscars as it's happening. And then also there's a link for the brand new Cinemateq Discord, so you can join that, get in the conversations that are happening there, post stuff that you want to like let other cinephiles know about, movie news and trailers and what you've been watching recently and all that kind of good stuff. And that thing's like brand new, so it can change and it will change and it will evolve as people get into it, as people talk about stuff. I know that Rob the other day made the mention that there should be like a dedicated Marvel or perhaps a dedicated comic book, or maybe even just like if you want to do like a quote unquote nerd type channel, although I would probably would want to keep it separate, not call it nerd, do like a comic book channel on there. But that's the kind of thing that we can add in as we go, because we're building this as we go. Do I look like the kind of guy that has a plan? I have a plan until Sunday, and then my plan for Monday is to sleep. So now that I've said all that out loud, oh, did I say please like this, please please like the live stream? When you're plugging stuff, sometimes you just forget what you're plugging. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, if you like what's going on right now, please give the live stream a bit of a like. Rob, you can't just troll me on things, because I have a very long track record of just doing what the trolls want. Because sometimes doing that is fun. So I think the chat is starting to talk about snubs. Oh yes, because Tutti Plen, apologies if I'm mispronouncing that, asked which movie do you feel got snubbed in the awards race. Honestly, I think a lot of the films that are nominated for the Independent Spirit Award kind of illustrate to us what was snubbed. The Assistant to me is a giant snub, huge snub. And I think there's probably a couple of articles out there that are interesting where they talk about how, um, in the aftermath or in the wake of the Me Too movement, how you get to an award season where you have the option of either nominating Promising Young Woman or the option of nominating The Assistant, both of which deal with uh, women who are uh, abused and what they attempt to do about it in order to fix the system. The fact that Promising Young Woman was nominated over The Assistant is kind of telling in the way that Hollywood wants to reckon with Harvey Weinstein and the Me Too movement, and it's not altogether encouraging. It's obviously a nice step forward. It's a good step forward. But I think if The Assistant had gotten a lot more press, then I could probably had take the steps of the Me Too movement a bit more seriously. But it's yeah. That's a film that deserves eyeballs. The Assistant for sure, I think, was snubbed super hard. Playbook saying First Cow deserved at least a screenplay nod at the Oscars. I haven't seen First Cow, so I can't speak to it, but I own it, weirdly. I bought it like months ago and just never watched it. But I'm getting there. Is that saying Soul for Best Picture and Screenplay? Do you mean animated picture, or do you think that it needed to... Oh yeah, I guess you think it should have been nominated for Best Picture. I do think, and this is something that David and I have kind of discussed in the comments for some of the prediction videos, the fact that Ma Rainey's Black Bottom did not get a Best Picture nomination, even though it has like two of the leading actor nominations. It's got what? It's got costume design, hair, makeup, styling. Like it's got like 4 or 5 award nominations, but they couldn't get it to Best Picture. Come on. And Playback, I know I've seen that criticism that The Assistant would have worked better as a short film. I I understand what you mean, but I think that building up the environment that the Harvey Weinstein character built, and showing how it functions and those nuances. I think if you start to take out some of those things, what the film is trying to do becomes less effective. So I get it. I get it, and I can't necessarily say that I disagree, but I think it becomes less when we start to remove some of those things from it. Oh, Dory's saying that Possessor was snubbed. That was not one that I was expecting to see here. Once again, that is one that I have not watched yet, and I feel super dumb. And I'll tell you why. On my birthday, in Ontario, that was during a magical time, just before we went back into lockdown, so movie theaters were still open. And so on my birthday, I decided that I was going to go to the movies and I was going to watch a movie. And so I went to the downtown Toronto theater, the Cineplex, bane of my existence, because Cineplex is a company that I'm not a big fan of. And they were showing Tenet in IMAX. They were showing the remastered Akira, and they were showing the uncut Possessor. And because I wanted to get home at a particular time so I could have a beer and watch professional wrestling, I decided to go with Tenet. And I'm like, when am I going to see a Christopher Nolan film again in IMAX? I have no idea. Maybe movie theaters won't exist in a year. And now looking back, I probably should have seen Possessor when I had the chance in theaters. Maybe when theaters will reopen, that'll be one of the ones that gets run back. TIFF, actually. I could see TIFF doing that. It'd be cool. Oh, Nate's saying that I'm thinking of ending things was snubbed. Yeah, that's another one that I missed. During like the early parts of the pandemic, I kind of checked out of movies entirely and was just kind of not doing anything. Like just honestly staring at a wall, wondering like how the world is going to collapse. And it came out during that time, so I didn't actually watch it, and I probably should. I probably should. We are back from commercial now. Not entirely sure what's happening. It's just the host doing host stuff. Nate saying Jesse Buckley was amazing. Oh, and I'm thinking of ending things. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I see. And I'm just reading this comment. It feels like they want to distance their involvement with the Me Too movement. I don't think they're trying to distance it from it. It's just that if you want to look at the nominations as potentially a response to it, the narrative that they're going with, that they want to support the revenge film as opposed to the film that just shows the problems, is kind of indicative of kind of like what would be the best way of putting it? I don't know. I guess maybe by centering it in a revenge fantasy instead of the more nuanced take of how it actually happens in the industry itself. It kind of shows to me that they're not really ready to reckon with it full on. But you could also make the argument, and excuse me, I'm just going to go behind my computer and get my cat. You could also make the argument that, like, from an entertainment standpoint, Promising Young Woman was the more entertaining film, and I don't think anyone would argue that between the two. Oh, they're showing The Assistant right now, and we're doing the award for Best New Scripted Series. And my cat is behind my computer, and I don't trust him there because he's going to chew the wires, and they will destroy this lovely live stream that we're having right now. Come here, cat. Come on. Come on. Whoa. What's up, man? What are you doing? You want to say hi to people? This is my cat. He's not very happy right now. All right, so I May Destroy You is nominated in this one. All right, you go over there. Good kitty. Little America. So we're doing a television award. So Best New Scripted Series, I May Destroy You, Little America, Small Axe, A Teacher, and Unorthodox. I assume I May Destroy You is going to win this, but I would actually like to see Unorthodox win. That is to say that Unorthodox is the one out of these five that I have actually seen, but it was actually quite good. Miriam, do not encourage my cat to destroy things. He does not need your encouragement to destroy things. Trust me. Small Axe is one that I definitely need to check out. I think Steve McQueen directed it and produced it and did the whole thing. But also, like, Unorthodox. Great. It's great. It's a good one. So let's see, where is that in my ticker box? And the award goes to I May Destroy You. Best New Scripted Series, I May Destroy You. I also have to say, I kind of like how the Spirit Awards does this because they don't have like a best TV award, right? They just don't have that. But they still want to celebrate like the best new voices, right? Which I really respect. See, David, I don't really get that the small act stuff is counted as a TV movie because like it's on Hulu and you know Billy Holiday or The United States versus Billie Holiday was a Hulu film and that got nominated for an award. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just think it's a silly distinction for the powers that be uh, to make. Although I think in the case of Small Axe, you could make the argument that it's actually a mini series. Ooh, what are we doing now? Best female performance in a new scripted series. And the nominees for that. I didn't know it had to be a new scripted series. The nominees for this are Elle Fanning in The Great, Shira Haas in Unorthodox, Abby McCanney for Work in Progress. Oh, a name that I just don't even think I could even do any justice for. It's for a series called Never Have I Ever. Matrei Ramakrishnan for Never Have I Ever. And Jordan Christine Simon for We Are Who We Are. So if you know who's going to be that, who's going to win for that? Hey, Andres is here. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for joining us. If you can hear in the background, that is my cat destroying more things. He's just rubbing up against his sleep box. His sleep box. What does that even mean? Okay. Oh, Swallow. Is that movie where the woman keeps like eating random stuff, like just over and over and over and over again? Oh, I saw Never Have I Ever. Now that I'm looking at the screen again, I watched a couple of episodes of this. I think it wasn't bad. I haven't seen Swallow, but I think it was going to be playing Midnight Madness at TIFF, and so I would have seen it if I was able to the year that it happened. Uh, ooh, and the award goes to having some trouble opening the envelope. The winner is Shira Haas from Unorthodox. That's awesome. She was real good in that series. I suggest everyone check it out. Just want to make sure I spelled that correctly. Really, the most embarrassing thing I can do tonight is put a typo in the ticker in the bottom because that'll just be there forever. Oh, Andres, you forgot this was actually happening tonight? Yeah, man. I mean, it's usually on the Saturday before the Oscars, right? But I think yeah, I mean, well, they obviously changed it. I don't know why they would do that though. Like, does it matter? I tend to think not. Whether this were to happen on a Thursday or a Saturday, I don't really think it matters. But damn it, Rob. But I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I just like put a light on me being really embarrassed by things that are in the ticker. Of course, someone's going to point out an actual typo that I made. I think we are. Are we doing? No, we're going to commercial. All right. So it looks like they're going to be doing best actor in a television series when we come back from the break. My goodness, I've just been whew, so much, so much. This is a crazy live stream, y'all. The chat's popping off. Got almost 50 viewers in here. My goodness, I barely even know what to do with myself right now. All right, let's see if I can figure out where this all went wrong for me. Okay. Nate's saying I didn't love a teacher, to be honest. I'm not sure what you're referring to with that. Is that one of the Small Axe films? Lovers Rock is the best movie of the year. Oh yeah, no, we talked about that already. I May Destroy You was snubbed at the Emmys. Yeah, but I think someone said that it may be maybe coming up in next year's Emmys. Depends on its eligibility, which is all honestly fucked up this year because of COVID anyways. I think eligibility for the 2022 Oscars is now going to be shorter, but we'll see. Zed, how late does this go? I believe it goes until quarter after midnight. I think it's 135 minutes long. So yeah, it should be a quarter after midnight when we're done here. So we got about an hour left. Still got a lot of awards to hand out too. What is my favorite film of all time? My favorite film of all time is Blade Runner. The final cut of Blade Runner or the director's cut, either or. They're pretty much interchangeable to me. But I love that movie to death. I love it. I love it so much. What is your favorite? Actually, yeah, everyone in the chat. Now that I've said it, and Miriam, Miriam giving the answer before I even could. Everyone in the chat, let me know what your favorite film of all time is. I know it's an impossible question for a lot of people, but let's see it. Rob, I'm not gonna show that tattoo right now. I don't want to get this channel demonetized because I showed off my Blade Runner tattoo. And yes, I want everyone to now think, where could he possibly have a Blade Runner tattoo? Yeah, Rob, your comment here about you should simul stream to Twitch. That's something that I'm never going to do. And that partially is just because I hate Amazon so much, and I try to boycott them from my life as much as possible. It's actually one of the reasons why I had to borrow Miriam, who's in the chat right here, why I had to borrow her Amazon Prime account because I don't have one. Otherwise, I would just be doing this on my own account. So yeah, and you also kind of notice this with other things about this channel. Like, I'm on Twitter because I think Twitter is kind of an okay company, but there is no, like, I'm not on Facebook. There's no Cinemateq Facebook. There's no Cinemateq Instagram. Well, I mean, I think the Instagram is actually still there, but I don't use it. It's totally uninstalled, and I'll probably end up deleting it later today or tomorrow. So I try to keep things on this channel in line with like my own moral compass as much as possible. And that just means completely not using certain services. Okay, so I think now we're getting a lot of people saying what their favorite thing is. So we got Playbook saying Mulholland Drive, which is a super good movie. Butterman, hey, that's your first time seeing you in the chat tonight. Welcome. Saying Black Swan, right on. Andre's saying Zodiac and Eyes Wide Shut. Zodiac is a great watch. It's kind of amazing every time I watch it. It's like a little less than 3 hours, and it never feels like 3 hours. And Eyes Wide Shut, like I watch that. I get like white wine drunk and watch Eyes Wide Shut every Christmas. It's so good. It's so good. Nate saying Ladybird. Oh, we're doing an award handing out. All right, it's a TV award, lead actor. Oh my God, you guys caught me off guard. I'm gonna come back to these though. We need to talk about these best films or favorite films of all time. Adam L.E. for Little America. Nico and Nan for P Valley, Compendence for Little America, Amit Rahav for Unorthodox, and Harold Torres for 000. All one word. If you know who's going to win, tell me in the chat because I have no idea. Although crazy to see two Little America and also another nomination for Unorthodox. But this guy was really good in Unorthodox. God, it's just a really good miniseries. Andres, there's nothing wrong with Eyes Wide Shut being your favorite Kubrick. I know there are people who will say that there's something wrong with that, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I would watch Eyes Wide Shut before I would watch a lot of other Kubrick. And the award goes to... I don't know. Oh, is it the Unorthodox dude? Go to a zoom close up. There we go. Yes. Okay, it was the Unorthodox guy. Amit Rahav. Let's throw that down in the ticker. I'll just be quiet as I type this in very carefully. Forgot to do the all caps. Rahav. Save. We're on it. All right. David, all Kubrick is good. Of all the Kubrick I've seen, that is quite true. I still haven't seen Lolita and Barry Lyndon, but I'm going to. I mean, I need to see Barry Lyndon in theaters. I am not watching it at like, I'm not watching a 1080p screening of Barry Lyndon at home. I'm watching like some kind of 4K restoration or like an original film print of it in a theater. That's going to be my first time watching Barry Lyndon, no doubt. All right, but I want to go back to some of these favorite movies. So Nate said Ladybirds. That's saying The Dark Knight. Interesting. David, Dog Day Afternoon. That's sick. That was one of the first movies that kind of made me realize that you could sort of study film. I saw that. I think I first picked it up at the end of near the end of high school when I was thinking about going to do film studies in university. So good. Al Pacino's so good in that movie. Pedro, hey, this is the first time seeing you in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you. Saying Taxi Driver. Right on. Margin Call, another one. Miriam's with Cold War, Blade Runner, and Paris, Texas. I'll just give a little bit of a shout out to Cold War. The amount of love I have for that film, my God. I remember when it first came out. I think I may have told this story before, but it was the same year that Roma came out, and there was that award season going on. And going into the Oscars, my line was basically, Roma is the best film of the year, but I feel like Cold War is one of the best films that has ever been made. And so, to me, Roma like really exemplified what cinema of that year was, and was the best example of what cinema was in like 2018 or 2019 when it came out. But Cold War, to me, when we get maybe a couple of decades down the road, that will be a top 50 film of all time. Like, just straight up. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Mars Attacks from Alex Molina. Hey, this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good. Man, I should ask these questions more often. Seeing a lot of new people in the chat. I love to see it. Mars Attacks, yeah. Great choice. Great choice. Mulholland Drive made Playbook fall in love with cinema. Right on. Amia is Call Me By Your Name. I mean, honestly, that's something that I would be able to say as well. Like, that movie was really good, but it's now very hard for me to think about that film after the recent Army Hammer news came out. Oh, this is actually your brother's Amazon account, Miriam? Well, let him know thank you from me. Dory saying, oh, Brief Encounters as their favorite film. Right on. That's a classic. I think I don't know if I've seen the whole thing actually. Like I maybe watched it and got 20 minutes in and just then had to go do something else and I couldn't finish it. I was kind of sad about that. Oh, Sophia saying The Fly, like David Cronenberg's The Fly, because that is a sick choice. I'm super into that. Rob's favorite film, Hot Fuzz. Yeah, we've talked about this. Hot Fuzz, all kinds of good stuff. Barry Lyndon is epic. That's why I want to see it in theaters, man. Playbook saying that The Shining and Eyes Wide Shut are their favorite Kubrick. I think The Shining is probably my favorite Kubrick film. I did see the 4K restoration of it at TIFF, and it's so fucking pretty. I love that movie. Oh, Fran does not like Full Metal Jacket. See, that's another one. Like, I just love. And to me, it's like one of the when you start talking about all of Kubrick's films, he's held up in such regard in my mind because he has essentially made the best film or very close to the best film in multiple genres. You know, the best sci-fi film with Clockwork Orange and 2001, the best war film with Full Metal Jacket, the best horror film with The Shining, the best epic with oh, did they just do an award and I totally missed it? No, I think they're giving okay, I think they're doing the award right now that I May Destroy You like was the only one nominated for, so I don't think we missed anything. But yeah, Kubrick is wild. Although, oh, okay. So one thing I'll say about Kubrick. One quick thing. I always thought of him as being like a director who was always technically perfect. Like the sound was always good and everything was always in focus. And then I saw Path of Glory with Kirk Douglas in it, and there are some scenes where the sound is crap. And that's when I realized that Kubrick was not just a perfect like technical director. So everyone has their flaws. Everyone, even Stanley Kubrick. Okay, going back to this. All right, getting late for me. I'm going to see the winners in the morning. Zed, thank you so much for hanging out. It's good to have you. Make sure to come back for the rest of the live streams that we're going to be doing for the next couple of days. Da, da, da. Juan, it looks like yeah, you were right with Shira Haas. She did win. David, the rock around the clock scene in the bar is amazing. Wait, are we talking about Barry Lyndon still? There's a rock around the clock scene in Barry Lyndon? I would not expect that. Cold War is your La La Land in that it's your feel good movie. Is that the reason? Doctor Strange, Love and Clockwork Orange for EK or Kubrick's favorite. Right on, right on. How about this? Your favorite film performance of all time? Ooh. So this one, I'll give you what I think the best film performance of all time is, which is, and I fucking just forgot her name, which I always hate. But if you watch the channel long enough, you know that things just fly out of my head occasionally. It's the lead performance in The Passion of Joan of Arc from what is that from 1927 or 1928. If you were to tell me that like the close up was created in order to frame this woman, the lead actress who plays Joan of Arc, I would believe you. It's because the close-ups in that movie are so good and so detailed, and the nuance of her emotions that comes through is fucking breathtaking. If you can ever see a restored version of Passion of Joan of Arc, I implore you to do it and see it in any way you can. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I actually saw it once with a 21 piece orchestra, which was wild. It was amazing. I've seen it in a few different versions like that. It's great. It's just great. So that yeah, I think that is the best film performance of all time. My favorite film performance? I don't know. You know what just actually flashed into my head was Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin. I don't know if that's actually my favorite, but you know, memory being the way it is, that's what just flew into my head when I thought about it. But I mean, okay, let's turn it back to the chat then. What do you think the best performance of all time is? Let's see it. Let's see what you all think. One thing I think that this year the independents matter a lot, like in leading actor and actress. I think they give us a sense of what people were thinking. You know, I'm sure there's a fair amount of overlap, but also the awards are not one to one. Like not everyone in one category for the independent awards is in the Oscars. So, you know, it's probably a good indicator. But once again, I wouldn't like for the acting categories, I would still put the SAG Awards ahead of the Independent Film Awards. So yeah. You know what, Rob? You're not wrong. When I was watching Paths of Glory during that one scene, I was like, guys, I could have done the sound better for this. As someone who did the sound for like a Christmas special on the Food Network, I could have handled the sound on a Kubrick film in the 50s. Sophia, dope. Yeah, The Fly being your favorite film and you love Cronenberg, that's awesome. Cronenberg is so fucking good. I almost got a chance to do a screening with Cronenberg when I was doing my master's degree. Maybe that's a whole other story, but that would have been fun if I could actually been able if I was actually able to do that. Kubrick is untouchable, my favorite filmmaker that ends up on a pedestal by himself. I mean, yeah. When I say, you know, Kubrick is not perfect, he's still basically the platonic ideal of a director. Although I'm not crazy about some of the stories that came out about his treatment of Shirley Duvall, I believe, on The Shining, like basically uh, treating her like shit until she actually went crazy. You know, things like that. We also hear those stories about Hitchcock. Like I hate hearing shit like that. Don't want to hear anything. Are we doing best editing? Are we doing best editing? We might be doing best editing. So the nominees for this are The Invisible Man, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, Residue, I Carry You With Me, and Nomadland. Wait, we're not doing it. What is going on? Are we just doing rapid fire stuff right now? Hold on. I need a second to gather what's going on right now. Oh, I think we are just what? I think we're just doing rapid fire shit here. Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. My mind's being blown by how fast we're going through this. They honestly just did three awards in like the span of 30 seconds. So Nomadland won cinematography. Uh Jesus. I think I'm gonna have to go to a was not expecting that. They're not just gonna blast through. Oh, and they're doing the John Cassavetes Award now too. My God. Okay. Best international feature was Q Vadis Ada. Residue won the John Cassavetes Award. Jesus Christ. And I'm not saying Jesus Christ like I'm upset. I just wish that they would give me a fucking second here. Why would they do this? I think Immigration Nation just won something. Best new non-scripted or documentary series. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm kind of ignoring the chat and I'm just being like I'm being taken in by all of this because I got to update the ticker because they're just going wild on me right now. What if I just reloaded the Wikipedia? Would that have the winners in it? Okay, yeah. So best editing went to Nomadland, if you can believe that. That's not something I was expecting at all. Okay, let's see. Was there anything else that I just missed? Okay, Lulu Wang is now talking. Okay, so we're doing best director and they're doing it slowly now. They are respecting me by taking a goddamn breather. Okay, so Best Director, the nominees are Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, Eliza Hittman for Never Rarely Sometimes Always, Kelly Reichardt for First Cow, and Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. In the chat, let me know who you think is going to win. Thank you for the F, because I was dying there for a second. I was dying so hard. I also didn't know that Chloe Zhao edited Nomadland. Okay, I know everyone here is saying Chloe Zhao, but what if it's not? It will be, but what if it's not? All right, and the award goes to... Oh, there's a dog on screen. Hello, puppy. Chloe Zhao. Who could have guessed? Everybody. That's who. All right, Best Director. I think it might be Nomadland's year, y'all. Whether we like it or not. All right, well, she's doing that. I need to figure out like what the hell what else did I miss? So I got that documentary feature. We know is Crip Camp, so that one's fine. First feature, Sound of Metal, we got that. Cinematography was Nomadland, and I think I've got that down here already. Yeah, editing was Nomadland. I can't believe that Nomadland won editing. Although Sound of Metal wasn't in this, so I don't know if that's a very good predictor for the Oscars or not. Because I still think it's going to be Sound of Metal to win Sound of Metal to win Best Editing. All right, we're about to do Best Male Lead after the commercial break. Okay, another commercial break. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay, I think the ticker's up to date. I think it's up to date. So now I'm going to go back through the chat because I know I missed a lot. Thank you all for being so active and cool and awesome. Okay. I'm just going to run through this so I can catch up. Oh, EK Hampton, the first half of Full Metal Jacket is awesome. Yeah. I understand that criticism. I know everyone kind of loves the more comedic aspects of the boot camp scenes, and then it gets like super real when Private Pyle kills himself. Oh, La La Miriam, La La Land is the basic B word film. It's okay. We can say bitch on this channel. Maria Falconetti. Maria Falconetti in what though? Oh, in Passion of Joan of Arc. Sorry. You were answering my question for me. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, she is fucking great in that film. Like some of the best shit you'll ever see. My favorite film performance of all time was Gina Rollins in A Woman Under the Influence. John Cassavetes. Appropriate. An appropriate pick for this live stream. Andres, it's okay if you've never seen Joan of Arc. Like, I think it's on Criterion Channel right now, but otherwise it's not something that is like easy to see. It pops up at TIFF every now and again, but it's like since it's an older film, it's almost always being presented in weird ways, like with the 21-piece orchestra that I saw it with, or projected on some random dude's wall during Nuit Blanche. And I think someone was doing like a live like bass guitar accompaniment to it. Like it's basically the Nosferatu of dramas, in that people just put music with it and they go along with it. Fun fact, one of the first times I saw Nosferatu, the entire thing had a Typo Negative soundtrack. The band Typo Negative. That was a weird experience. Paul Rudd in Avengers Endgame, favorite performance? Right on, right on. Passion of Joan of Arc is a masterpiece in acting close up and telling a movie visually. 100%. I think Passion of the Joan of Arc, if you ever got into a situation where you had to make the argument that the quality of filmmaking declined with the advent of sound, showing Passion of Joan of Arc is the right choice, because the idea that like film basically became rudimentary again when sound was introduced, I think is true, and I don't know if it ever really recovered because the emphasis was taken away from editing and performance and put more onto the total package of incorporating sound and music with everything. And yeah, I think honestly, some of the films that were made in the mid to late 20s still stand up to this day as some of the best shit ever put to film. Not even a question. David saying Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon, the best Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, solid, solid. Andres, get back to me whenever you want about best film performance. You can talk about it in our Discord. Okay, now we're doing the Producers Award. The Producers Award. And we're back from commercial. Producers Award, where are you? So the nominees here are Cara Durrett, Lucas Joaquin, and Jerry Kim. And it looks like Jerry Kim won? Yeah, yeah, I guess so. They're not really going for the drama on some of these ones, eh? All right, and the host is back on stage. Miriam, yes. Kubrick broke Shelley Duvall. You should look into it. I'm like more than certain that's something that they talk about on the Wikipedia page. Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at what's on screen right now. They're basically trying to do like the Laura Dern thing they did last year, but now for Stephen Yun. And it's a bit more psychedelic, and that's what I was laughing at. But yeah, yeah, he Kubrick fucked up Shelley Duvall. My honorable mention for best performance is Delphine Seyrig in Jean Delman 23 Quad de Commence 1080 Beaulieu. I I don't know what that is, Dory. You've stumped me on that one. Pedro saying Baccarat deserved this. I actually thought it was going to win. Honestly, I thought Baccarat or Bakuro. Sorry, I'm not clear on the pronunciation. I thought it was going to win. I'm actually kind of surprised that Q Ada did win. Although it is good. Like, no shade to that film at all. See, EK, I know what you're saying when you say that like the father should win best editing, and I feel like a lot of the editing that happened in the father was just directly influenced by the screenplay, and which is why I think the father should win best screenplay and not best editing. So it looks like we got Renee Zellweger coming up, and we are going to be doing best male lead. Oh, that's probably what that rap that they were just doing was for best male lead. So the nominees here are Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Marini's Black Bottom, Adarish Gurav for The White Tiger. Oh, that's cool to see him there. Rob Morgan for Bull, and Stephen Yun for Minari. I don't know why, but when I look at Renee Zellweger right now, she looks a little punk to me, and she is the absolute opposite of it, but still strikes me as a little bit punk right now. So let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. Let's go. Oh man, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm probably way behind on the chat. You guys are doing you guys are crazy. You guys are doing so well right now. I am in awe of like what's going on right now. This is wild. But yeah, let me know who's gonna win. I'm saying Bozeman. I'm saying Bozeman. But also Adarish Gurav like was good. Like The White Tiger, if you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid flick. Seeing a lot for Chadwick right now. Seeing some Riz love. See Andres saying screw Trial to Chicago 7. That's not really the question we're trying to answer right now, but I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I think we all want Riz to do well. But he's got a Got a long, long career ahead of him. He's definitely gonna win one. Also, Stephen Yeun is going to win an Oscar eventually, like 100%. And the award goes to what? No, did Riz Ahmed just win? Riz Ahmed just won. Fuck me up. Oh my god, it was Riz. It was Riz. Everybody, Riz won. Riz won. What? Okay. Oh shit, guys. What the hell? I don't wow. I am I am feeling so many emotions all of a sudden. You can probably tell by the stupid grin on my face that I'm pretty happy about this, but wow. Holy shit. All right, Dr. David, I'm looking at you. Tell me how much this matters. Oh, god damn. I don't know. I'm not going to say that out loud because that's just gibberish, but this person just put in all caps. I knew it. Bullshit. Bullshit. You knew that that was going to happen because that is a surprise. That is a stun. That is a stun. Oh my god. I should have had Gold Derby up like before and after this was nominated to see how the yeah, Juan, what the fuck is going to happen at the Oscars? I feel that. I don't know anymore. I don't know. We're at commercial, by the way. Oh, happened, guys. Okay. David, I'm just going back up through the chat to see some of this other stuff. David asking, so I don't like Nomadland. I wasn't a big fan of it, honestly. Um, and I will cop to the fact that it's somewhat because of the way that they romanticized and tried to make it seem like living on the road is freedom as opposed to being kind of a last resort when your home is taken away because capitalism is slowly crushing all of us underfoot. I don't think that the film needed to give me strong social commentary or social critique in order for me to like the film, but I do think that it needed to at least acknowledge the situation that the film was kind of existing in, and I think it kind of glossed over it and even made it a bit more polished than it should have been. I think a movie that should have been about poverty and how it's essentially creeping in more and more and more, and how the middle class is disappearing. I think that should have been the focus of it, as opposed to uh, focusing more on like the aspects of freedom and how living on the road is more quote unquote like freeing. I guess that was basically the issue I took away from it. I had no real issue with the way it was made, with the technical skill of it. It was more just the way that it approached the subject matter that put me off. Man, what the fuck? What the hell just happened? Fran saying that Nomadland was a favor for editing, which, if you look at goldderby.com, it's like not even in the top two. It's Trial of Chicago 7 and Sound of Metal, as far as I can recall. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Also, I think for the Oscars, it becomes even less of a favorite because it's Chloe Zhao who edited it, and like we know that she's going to win Best Director, and the Oscars tend to go, okay, you can win one, but you can't win two for different things in one year. That's not fair. So I still think that Chloe Zhao is going to win Best Director, and I think that a different film will win Best Editing. Rob, you should watch Full Metal Jacket. I don't know why you're not watching Full Metal Jacket. Juan saying, yeah, Juan, I agree. Race for Editing is between Sound of Metal and Trial of Chicago 7. Da, da, da. Also, hello to the person with the ASDFGHJKL name. Do you have another name I can call you? Because that's a mouthful. Da, da, da. Okay, yeah, and then we got in. Okay, going through the chat, all the OMGs, all the wows. Yep, I feel it. I feel it. Fran predicted Riz and Gold Derby. Well, if you go to the official Cinemateq ballot in the description below, you can vote for him there as well. Yet Chadwick lost the last two big awards before the Oscars. Things are spicing up. It's wild. I would need to check back, and I don't know if someone who can kind of like look away and go do something else quickly, see when the Independent Spirit Awards, when their voting started and ended, and to see how much that overlapped with the Oscar window, because that could also be telling. Nomadland is a documentary with Frances McDormand in it. Yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's I don't disagree with that. Nate saying Anthony Hopkins could win now. I mean, who knows? Who knows now? I mean, yes, he obviously does. He obviously does have a chance now. Rob saying I think Nomadland is a Rorschach. Oh wait, we're doing. I'll get back to that, Rob. We're doing the Someone to Watch For award, which is David Middell, Ekwa Masangi, and Annie Silverstein. And it looks like Ekwa Masangi won. Once again, apologies for my poor pronunciation. Someone to Watch. Let's put that in the ticker. Save. Now what are we doing? Adam Sandler, everybody. He's doing a thing. Nate's saying that actress is next. Is that why they've got Adam Sandler up here? Oh yeah, because I think he won Best Actor last year for Uncut Gems, right? So yeah, they're doing that thing. Miriam, I will not bet any money on Riz Ahmed winning the Oscar. I just don't know. I just don't know. I am flabbergasted right now. Also, I'm gonna try to go through all this chat once again, but I'm just gonna shout out some of the people that I'm seeing for the first time. Arsena, Ivan R. Thank you very much for joining us. Good to see you in the chat. Saying that Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always is my favorite film of 2020, or probably the best film of 2020. It's a very strong film. Very strong film. I'm actually kind of pissed that didn't get nominated for anything in the Oscars because it was well deserving. Let's see. Well, okay, if they're doing best female and it's just Adam Sandler talking, I can probably just tell you who the best female lead ones are going to be. And there's six of them, which I find interesting. So we have Nicole Beharie for Miss Juneteenth, Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Sydney Flanagan for Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, Julia Garner for The Assistant, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. So, chat, tell me who you think is going to win this award. I'm gonna somewhat confidently say Viola Davis, but after what the hell just happened to Chadwick Boseman, like I don't fucking know. I mean, give it to Julia Gardner or Carey Mulligan. I mean, Carey Mulligan makes the most sense. If it's not going to go to Viola Davis, then it's going to go to her. Is anyone else just kind of like having a bit of a meltdown, thinking about their Oscar chances now, their Oscar pool chances? This is wild. This is wild. I almost need Viola Davis to win this award just so I can get some stability back in my life. God damn, man. What even is this? What is this life? We got some love for Sydney Flanagan. Also, if you're a bit ahead of me in the stream, please don't put anything in the chat about who actually wins. Um, because I'm very selfish and I want to be the one who says it to everybody. um, but yeah, that was happening a bit in one of the last live streams, and people were kind of annoyed by it. So just disclaimer or a thing, a rule. It's a hard rule. It's not a hard rule. The only hard rule I have is don't be an asshole. And if you are an asshole, then I'll just boot you. So be an asshole at your own risk. All right, they're going through. Okay, they're announcing Carey Mulligan now, so we're almost there. We're almost there. See, we got Frances McDormand, Frances Carey or McDormand. Hope it's Carey. Predict McDormand. You guys are a little bit all over the place this time. No clear deciders. Although Carey Mulligan, it looks like a boss right now. And the award goes to. Wait, did it go to Julia Gardner? Or did it go to. Shit, I didn't see it. Carey Mulligan. It went to Carey Mulligan. Okay. Carey Mulligan. God. What? Oh my God. All right. Carey Mulligan wins. Just everything is happening right now. I have so much. I just don't know anymore. I just. What is life? Miriam, yeah. Miriam's 2 for 2 on these big acting category wins. Maybe I should just listen to her. Yeah, no, Carrie was definitely good. And no spoilers for Promising Young Woman because there are people here who have not seen it yet. Uh, yeah, Renee won last year and won the Oscar too. But I will also remind you that Renee Zellweger was the runaway favorite, whereas I think this field is a bit more open. And Viola Davis did win the SAG last year, or did win the SAG this year. So I still feel like I can't even say the odds-on favorite anymore with a straight face. It takes me a while when I'm introduced to new information to change my mind about something. Call it the straight white man in me, but I just can't change my mind about something very quickly. Uh, but yeah, I guess we have to start thinking about Carey Mulligan as Best Actress. Damn. All right. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. All right, we're back at commercial, so I think you need to go up to Rob's comment and finish that. I think Nomadland is a Rorschach test for both your own feelings on that lifestyle and how much you want a movie to be explicit about its politics. See, I don't necessarily agree with that because I don't I think that the way that things are depicted in Nomadland has a political bias behind it. Um, and I think that it gets it kind of wrong in the way that it discusses that way of life. And I think that the van lifestyle as a whole is good, but when people are forced into it because of like capitalism basically forcing people out of their homes, then that's something that should be addressed. And I feel like because Nomadland had to make concessions in order to like use Amazon warehouses and things like this, it fundamentally altered the original text, which was a critique on this kind of van lifestyle, and it changed it into something that was more about like America, personal freedoms, without being like rah 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 and over the top. Um, and I think, well, I mean, yeah, you're saying here in no way did I take the movie as romanticizing the lifestyle overall. Um, I think there was definitely romanticization in it, and uh, honestly, they didn't show anyone peeing in a bottle, so we know that it's not an accurate depiction of Amazon work. Uh, let's see here. Chloe's going to win an Oscar for movie and director, and Frances is a producer. Yeah. So if Nomadland win Best Picture, she's winning an Oscar too. So I think that because Without the Race is between Carrie and Viola Davis. Yeah, I've seen that opinion come up a lot before, and I'm fine with it. I think that's fairly. I think it's a good take. Riz Ahmed is incredible. Yeah, I'll bet you a combo from a fast food place that Riz wins. Yeah, I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. Although Andres, I gotta warn you, uh, I do not buy meat products. So if you win the bet, you're getting an Impossible Whopper or a Beyond Beef Burger from A&W. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, that's a bet. That's on. And is the is the bet just that Riz Ahmed wins, or do I have to also predict one and win? So let's see. We got a lot of people going crazy for Carrie. Yes, wild wildness. And then Rob again talking about Nomadland. In my opinion, Nomadland's POV, there's moments of beauty and romance that keep these people sane in between the long periods where capitalism has robbed people of stability, connection, and dignity. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. It's just moments in the film uh where Frances McDormand's character says things like, I'll be able to pay you back. I'm going to Amazon and they pay really well. Like things like that just bother me because we know comparatively to how much Amazon reaps in, uh, they pay their workers jack shit. And this idea that it's like Amazon is a good job is like fucking abhorrent to me. So maybe you are right. Maybe I am just bringing my personal politics into this. So I think everyone we're doing best feature. I think we're doing best feature. And the category or the nominees for this one are First Cow, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Minari, Never Rarely Sometimes Always, and Nomadland. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. I'm picking Nomadland. It's won quite a few awards tonight already. I feel like maybe the ticker is missing stuff though. So best feature. Are there any question marks here? Oh, best screenplay. I didn't fill that out. That was Promising Young Woman. So we got some picks for Nomadland already. I don't know if Minari has a shot at this one, honestly. Like, I don't think it's done enough. Like, considering that Nomadland got Best Director and Best Editing, I think those are probably better indicators for a win. But we'll see. We will see. Da, da, da. Residue. Yeah, okay. I guess, yeah, I've got everything. No more question marks. Oh, yeah, no, I think there's just one or two that I missed. But I'll go and fill that in later because it's best film. Best film of the year time. Seen a lot of people saying Nomadland. But now we will find out the truth of the matter. And Cape Blanchett is giving it's giving it. Nomadland. Nomadland is the winner. Nomadland is the best movie of the year, according to the Independent Spirit Awards. Whew. All right. I guess maybe they're not. Maybe we're not going to go to like a quarter after 12 like I thought they were. Hold on. I'm just going to find that one award that I didn't get. Best new non-scripted or documentary series. Oh, that was Immigration Nation. That was during that blast of stuff. All right, there we go. So I think that was the last award of the evening. Fairly confident that they would have kept Best Picture till the very end. So I think it's good. Fran, goodbye to you. Before everyone starts piecing out, I am just going to be going through the winners again to talk about how this affects the Oscars. So please stay in the chat if you can and like help me work through my emotions on all of this. Um, but also, just before everyone checks out, just want to remind everybody there's going to be 3 more live streams this weekend, doing live reactions for Mortal Kombat tomorrow night, doing my Oscar ballot on Saturday, and then the Oscars themselves on Sunday, which will start around 6:30 p.m. Please keep an eye on the Cinemateq Twitter account, which you can see linked below here in the corner. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of good fun. Also, in the description for this video right now is the official Cinemateq Oscar ballot. Please fill one out. We're going to have a live leaderboard going during the Oscars, and we can find out who is the king or queen or non-gender conforming title for royalty. I'm not sure what that would be actually, but someone's going to win something. And when I say something, I mean is going to be the best. There are no prizes. And then also there is a link to the official Cinemateq Discord server. So get on there, come join the conversation, and we can just keep talking about film all the live long day. So let's see. Anything in the chat that I need to address before I try to work through my emotions about everything that just happened? Uh, Playbook saying Andra could still win. Honestly, the Globes have never been wrong since 2001. Is that true? The Globes have predicted best lead actress for like 20 years? But oh wait, no. The reason for that is that the Globe splits it up into two different categories because they still do lead actor and lead actress by comedy and by drama. So that's probably why, because they have two shots at they have two shots at it. Um, and Fran kind of coming and saying the Globes hold no importance. It's more of the Globes are more of just a way of starting the conversation about awards season. It's the first thing that people can turn to when they start talking about their campaign strategy, right? And you see that a lot for advertising when it comes to things like that. It's like it already won the Golden Globe, and now you can watch the best picture of the year in theaters. That's pretty much what the Globes are for. It's for marketing. Da, da, da. Viola Francis and Andra won one big award and Carrie two. Yep, true. I don't know. Andra didn't had a lot of nominations. Yeah, she also wasn't nominated for the SAG award, if I remember correctly, which is a strike against her in my mind. If that's the reason you didn't like Nomadland, you should watch Ken Loach's I Daniel Blake or Sorry I Missed You. Cool. Yeah, I'll try to remember that. I should probably get a list going of all the films you guys recommend that I should see. Chloe Zhao was pretty clear that the movie wasn't political. I disagree. I disagree with that on the basis that everything is political. And that's kind of just a blanket statement that I'll make, and I probably won't elaborate on further. I don't want to get too much into it right now, but everything is political. And so the changes that were made to Nomadland to get it into its current form, maybe they weren't based on a political belief that she had, but it's still political because everything is political, especially art. Neutral art would be so boring. Um, yeah, am I sticking with Chadwick? I honestly don't know. I need to ruminate on it a bit more. Da, da, da. Got a lot of people saying, okay, yeah, so maybe it's time to get to takeaways. Um, oh man, my takeaways. Whew. All right, my takeaways from this. Let's go through them. Let's go through them. We still got 30 people here. Thank you everyone for sticking around. I know it's late. I know it's super early in the morning for some of you. Also, my cat has gotten in behind again. You chewing stuff? Yeah, he's chewing stuff. Hold on. I must move the cat before I can get into my Oscar stuff. Come on. Come on. There he is. All right, Rocco, what were your Oscar takeaways tonight? Hmm? Do you want to share? No? All right. Uh, all right. So best feature, Nomadland won tonight. I think that's still a pretty good pick for the Oscars for best overall feature. Chloe Zhao winning best director. I think that is another strong pick. I think it's pretty much going to be it. Best male lead, which to me was a huge, huge upset tonight. Riz Ahmed winning. I guess it just comes down to like, what do you think is the best predictor, right? The voting for the SAG Awards is a lot earlier. So if there was a change in thinking of of the voters, like if there was a shift, then the SAG Awards would have told us where they were maybe what 5 or 6 weeks ago, and the Independent Spirit Awards kind of told us where they were over the last few weeks. But then we also have to ask ourselves which was the larger voting block. And I would imagine it's actually I don't even know who votes on the Spirit Awards. Maybe I'll just read it off the Wikipedia page. Hi Rocco. I don't know if did you guys just hear him meow? He's really into to being a stream cat. Um, yeah. To me, I like I'm just kind of looking like, what do I do? I still think that Bozeman, I think winning the Critics' Choice Award and the SAG Award, I still think that he's the odds-on favorite. No, cat's behind the computer again. Rocco does not want me to keep streaming. Oh, he came back out. Hello, friend. Hello, my friend. I still think that Chadwick Boseman is the favorite to win the Oscar, but obviously now the chance for an upset is much higher. I would assume that Anthony Hopkins would be the one to take it, although Riz Ahmed winning tonight could be an indication. Oh, okay. David saying the Spirit Awards has 7,000 members. How many members does the Academy have? And what is how much do they overlap? Because I imagine that they do. Oh my God. Why do I have this crazy feeling that I'm buying Andres some fast food in the future? um, let me guys know what you think in the chat. I'm gonna stick with Chadwick Boseman for the Oscars. Oh, the Academy has 9,000 members. Oh God, that's pretty close. It's probably a lot of the same people. But Anthony Hopkins wasn't in this one, so it's a bit hard to tell. God damn it. Just when you think everything's going so smoothly, this shit like this happens. God damn. All right, I'm sticking with Chadwick. I'm sticking with Chadwick. But then moving on to best female lead, Carey Mulligan winning this over Viola Davis. I may end up switching to Carey Mulligan as my choice. So Andres, on that note, the Academy has different members voting for their own specific category mostly. In the nomination process, people in the specific casts, not casts, but I guess groups, vote. So like actors vote on the nominees, directors vote on the directors, screenwriters vote on the screenwriting awards or nominate for the screenwriting awards. But then for the actual Oscar voting, everybody in the Academy gets to vote for everything. So yeah. Yeah. And I guess yeah, the SAG awards basically tell us what the actors think about it, but that doesn't tell us what everyone else thinks about it. I think what would be interesting to know, and maybe this is something that Dr. David knows about, um, uh, is like the proportion of people who are in the academy and where they come from. Like, are they like if 90% of the academy are actors, then the SAG awards are basically like a perfect predictor for them. But we know that that's not always the case. But yeah, I'm thinking I might have to switch out for Carey Mulligan, which is embarrassing for me because I have a video on YouTube right now saying that Viola Davis is going to win. So I'm just losing my own credibility right now as we speak. Oh boy. Gonna go back to the chat quickly. Wait, Andres, are you're a member of the of which what are you a member of? If you're a member of like the Academy, that's pretty cool. We have Saria saying that Hopkins is going to win. Miriam agrees that he could win. Uh, Miriam, Riz Ahmed is brown. No old white man votes for him. But we know that the demographic makeup of the academy has changed significantly over the last couple of years, and it will continue to do so, as the old white men are no longer allowed to just hang around forever. So he's got a shot. There's literally almost no overlap between indie voters and Academy. What the fuck are you talking about? I think that there is. I think that there is. Although once again, I'm not entirely sure. If the Spirit Awards are made up of say like critics or writers like the Golden Globes are, but I'm fairly sure that the Spirit Awards are made up of similar kinds of people. Uh, but if that's not the case, Maybe we can look that up somehow. The awards dedicated to independent filmmakers. Winners typically presented with blah, blah, blah. Now produced by Film Independent, a not-for-profit arts organization that used to produce the LA Film Festival. Film Independent members vote, but who are the members? Address Film Independent members, so I voted for the Spirit Awards. Oh, so you just have to be a Film Independent member. Okay. All right, so I got that wrong. Maybe there isn't a lot of overlap. Okay, well, that's good. We're all learning something today. But for the 3 nominations for makeup, costume is the clear, and if Ma win 5 Oscars, will be the most awarded movie of the night. Yeah, that's the possibility, and I think that Ma Rainey's Black Bottom still kind of has the shot at winning the most Oscars. Ironically enough, even though it's not nominated for Best Picture. One of the small ironies of the Academy Awards this year. Miriam, I disagree. I think the Academy has a good shot of voting for a Promising Young Woman. And yeah, I think the idea that the Oscars don't want to give out 2 Oscars to the same person in one night is interesting. I don't know how much it holds true for a producer winning though. Like, and I can't think of a parallel that happened in the past, but I agree that like if like let's say Quentin Tarantino is nominated for Best Director and Best Screenplay, I agree that the Academy probably only gives him one of those 2 things because it's an individual award. Whereas for Best Picture, I don't know if voters look past the name of the film. You know, maybe some do, but I think if I were the voter, I wouldn't look at it like that. I almost feel like winning an Oscar for being a producer and getting best picture. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And like another way you could look at it, if you want to think of like a similar example, Barry Jenkins, I believe won. What was it? Did he win Best Screenplay or Best Director for Moonlight? And then as a producer of Moonlight, also won Moonlight. So he would have won 2 Oscars in the same night, correct? Um, yeah, and Suri also pointing out that Bong Joon-ho won all last year. Um, and he also won screenplay. So and Karan won 3. Eck, I think you're talking about Roma, where he won Best Cinematography, Best International Film, and something else. Yeah, it's wild. um, but yeah, I think we can then move on to a couple of other categories here, like Best Supporting Male. Cool to see Paul Rassi win, but he's not going to win the Oscar. Hey, buddy. Hello, cat. I think Rocco just wants me to go to bed, and that's why he's being a little annoying. He needs my body heat to fall asleep. And then we have pardon me, everybody. That brownie that I ate's catching up with me. Um, we have Best Supporting Female, which was Yoon Yoon Jun winning for Minari, and I believe she's going to win the Oscar pretty handedly. Best Screenplay, the award for Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, that kind of solidifies the notion that I put forward in the one video about the one screenwriting category that she is going to beat Aaron Sorkin for that award, and I think that's pretty straightforward. I think that's pretty good. Best for screenplay doesn't tell us anything about the Oscars because none of these films are nominated for an Oscar. Sound of Metal winning Best First Feature. I don't think that says anything or does anything for its chances. I think this was just the most well-known film that was nominated in here. Best Documentary Feature, Crip Camp winning here makes me think that My Octopus Teacher might lose the Oscar, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing about that category when it comes to the Oscars. Just must lose. And then Kyo Vadis Ada winning Best International Film here. And another round not being nominated is strange to me. I don't know. Maybe Andres, if you're still here, if you can talk to us a bit about the nomination process, since you're a part of this voting block, and why these five films were nominated and not another round. That could be something. Um, but I think also Dr. David was talking about how Kivadi Seda was getting some momentum going into the going into the Oscars. So maybe, maybe. And then yeah, we had some TV awards. I don't really think I need to go over those. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. So let's go back here, back into the chat. Playbook. This thing you're saying here about a number of Indie Spirit film members are also AMPUS. Is that like the American Motion Picture Society, something like that? What is AMPUS? Please let me know. Soraya, I think she's agreeing with Miriam here when she says Riz Ahmed is brown and Anthony is old white man. Bingo. Which is why Chadwick Boseman wins. Maybe. I don't know. See, Juan saying Yoon can win against Glenn and Olivia. Riz and Chad could win over Anthony. I think so, and I think Yoon Jun like it's just a lock. She's won everything, so yeah. Also, Peter Jackson won three in one night. I believe that was for Return of the King. Also true. So yeah, I think this idea uh, that Frances McDormand is like just out of the lead actress race because she's a producer on Nomadland. Yeah, I'm not a subscriber to that. I also just don't think that she had the best performance of the year either. But I think I read Caron 1-3. Shout out to Alfonso Caron. Y tu mama tambien. Good movie. Yeah, some love for Roma. Always nice to see. Of course, you can win more than one Oscar. Below the Line Awards only have films on ballot, no names. Uh, really? That's interesting. Because like on the ballots themselves, like the ballots that the Oscar voters are looking at, like if they're looking at best costume, they don't see the people who are actually themselves nominated. Hmm, that's kind of wild because the official Cinemateq Oscar ballot has everyone listed because we're fucking cool like that. Saruya, disappointed by Promising Young Woman. You and Miriam are you're basically best friends at this point. Have you met each other? Uh, Miriam, I'm not sure why you have Edith Head there. Oh, probably as an example of someone who won Oscars in one night. Another round is not independent. It is backed by big director and actors. Yeah, but like Nomadland was also one, and I'm pretty sure Sound of Metal is an like I know it was produced independently, but it was what it was picked up by Amazon, wasn't it? I don't think I was high enough member to be part of the nomination process. I was only able to vote, not nominate. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. And AMPUS is the Academy. All right. The American Motion Picture Association. Yeah. Okay. Got it right. Got it right. So then to go back up to that previous point you made, then a number of Indie Spirit film members are also AMPUS members. So there could be an overlap there. Okay. Juan saying, I think that is the first time the director screenplay a movie is going to women, being for Chloe Zhao and Emerald Fennell. Yeah, also a possibility. I think regardless of what happens at the Oscars on Sunday, it is going to be a historic night. We're going to be seeing, we've already seen a lot of firsts with everyone who got nominated. And because of it being the Oscar year that it's been, where people really haven't been going to theaters, we've been watching stuff at home, and more of these smaller independent films have been able to like bubble to the top. And it just means that like outside of Nomadland, we don't really know front runners. Like there's people that we can point to as being odds on favorites, but as far as like the general mood of the Academy about any particular category, it's just tough to call this year. And like I know I've been making these videos saying like I think this person's going to win, and I do think that those people are going to win. But the Academy might just fuck everything up, you know? I guess we can, what I'm trying to say is that we can make all the predictions that we want, and we can look at the odds, and we can fill out our Oscar ballots and feel really sure of ourselves. But I think overall, this is probably the least sure, uh, the least amount of slam dunks that we've had in an Oscar race in a long time, outside of Soul winning most of everything that it's nominated for. Soul is a slam dunk for pretty much everything. Well, best animated, best original score, those two are slam dunks for sure. And then, yes, David, there is the preferential ballot for best picture. So who knows how that changes things up. But I think also in the case of a preferential ballot, they only go to like your second choice if you don't get 50% of the first choice ballots. So if Nomadland was everyone's first choice pick, then it doesn't really matter what the second choice was. So, I mean, we'll see. And I think that's something I would actually like to see the Oscars do a bit more, is like after they actually uh, go through the awards and like everything's presented, if they actually released like anonymized data, like don't tell me who voted for what, because no one wants to get into those kinds of arguments. But to then say like this film got this many first place choice ballots and this film got this many third place and fifth place and seventh, like I think that would be really interesting to see. I would love to see the breakdown of it, and also just to see like, and I mean maybe they don't do this because they don't want to like show people like which film came in last place in every category, which is probably not, you know, really helpful, but I would still kind of like to see that data. I think it'd be fun. Oh, the only sure thing according to Juan is Daniel's winning Best Supporting Actor. Yeah, except uh, I've mentioned this before, but this is the first time that Lakeith Stanfield. This is the first time that he and Daniel Kaluuya have gone head to head for an award. So we have no precedence. We have no way of knowing if there's going to be a vote split, and if there is, then Sacha Baron Cohen wins that award. So is it a lock? Once again, I'm picking Daniel Kaluuya, but it's not a category that I would call a slam dunk because there is a pretty significant unknown, something that we don't have a precedent for in any other awards. So that's what I mean. This Oscars is wild. Yeah, Miriam Lakeith is. He's nominated for Best Supporting, alongside Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, something you got to keep in mind. Something you got to keep in mind, y'all. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of the Oscar nominations and my thoughts because I'm going to be doing that live stream on Saturday. Juan, I'm glad that I'm blown your mind. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to talk about movies. I'm here to be shamed occasionally and be put in my place because I am a humble man, somewhat, sometimes. um, but yeah, just here to blow minds. So I guess now that we're at the end, I think everyone who's probably hanging out here has been here for a lot of it, but I'll just reiterate some of the things I was saying earlier tonight about what's happening this weekend. 3 more live streams this weekend, doing a Mortal Kombat watch along tomorrow. So if you want to watch Mortal Kombat on your own and then also have me being the live commentary track for the movie that you're watching, come back tomorrow. Probably going to do it at 8 o'clock. Will I have beer? No, because I'm saving that for the Oscars. But I think it's going to be a fun time. Then Saturday, I'm going to be filling out my Oscar ballot live, talking about my picks and why I'm picking them. And that Oscar ballot, you can fill out your own Links in the description below. I've said it a bunch, but you should do it. You should still do it. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be live streaming the Oscars. I believe coverage in Canada starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so that's what I'm going to be starting. First hour and a half is going to be red carpet, and I will be drinking beer. I know Andres has been wanting me to do a drunk live stream for a while, which is strange because I did one like not that long ago for the Zack Snyder Justice League cut that I did. Man, that was a long live stream. Uh, but I will be drunkenly, or at least starting to get drunkenly, and I will be talking about fashion, something that I know a lot about, clearly. And then the champagne will be busted out, broken out. There will be champagne, drank during the actual Oscar awards, which I believe start at 8 o'clock EST, Eastern Standard Time. So that's what's happening over the next 3 days. I've already talked about the Oscar ballot. Fill it out. When I check it after I go offline, there better be like 20 or 30 people who have submitted Oscar ballots. And if not, that's okay, but there better be. And then also, invite link for the Discord server, Cinemateq. Get in there so we can just keep talking about movies all the time. Although maybe during work hours I might not respond as much. But it's just I just want to have good conversations in there. I just keep hitting this thing. This is what happens when you get like into live streams going. You're just like, your brain stops working. Your brain just stops. But yeah, I just want to have good conversations in there. Posting about film news and new trailers and just all that stuff. Juan's doing his ballot now. Sick. Everyone be like Juan, unless you've already been like Juan. In which case, good. So I'm just gonna do a quick look over the chat. Chadwick Louse will make you lose sleep, TJ. I mean, I'm pretty tired, so I don't think I'm gonna lose any sleep tonight. But maybe over the next couple of days, it's gonna keep me up a bit. It certainly gives me food for thought for tomorrow. That's for sure. And yeah, I think this is it for me. Surya is saying just don't pass out in the early hours. Oh, I don't pass out during live streams if I've been having a couple of drinks. I power through that. The live stream actually feeds my energy. It's as soon as I press like stop streaming that I just crash immediately. It's like one long adrenaline high and then I'm dead. I just die. So you guys don't get to watch that, which is great because no one wants to see that. But then I just like fall. I just basically crash into a mountain. So I'm going to bid everyone a fond farewell. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was wonderful. Honestly, I think this was the best live stream that this channel has ever done. So many people were here just chatting and watching, and it was all brilliant. Thanks to all of you. I couldn't do this kind of stuff without the kind of support that you offer, and thank you. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can just continue to keep doing stuff like this forever and ever and ever. So yeah, thank you again. Have yourselves a good night, a good morning. I hope that I'll see you again tomorrow night for Mortal Kombat. I almost just yelled Mortal Kombat, but I don't want to wake up my neighbors. All right, see you later.